I need to listen to Jesus and his parables, man. Oh my gosh, there's literally a map of Prince Edward Island in the back of this book.
Oh my gosh.
Hi guys, so today we are going to be studying together, and in the words of the famous OJ song, we are also going to be crying together. Cause we cry together. I feel like most of my school related videos come across as study videos because I do online school. Grab a snack, grab your binders, your laptops, your planners, and let's get this show on the road. So let me show you guys what kind of day it is. I'm literally wearing Christmas pajamas today. Like that is what final season has come to. Also, we're not going to talk about the tree right now. I know that it's halfway done. You guys are probably like, Sierra, what are your decorating skills? But I ran out of like the little champagne ornaments. I have the same ones, just like 2 times bigger. However, I didn't want there to be like small and big ornaments because that just seems unbalanced. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the tree. Like, I know I need to flip it out too. The bottom's looking kind of whack and stuff, but the tree is like the least of my problems right now, so I really don't even care. Studying rule number 1, we have to have food. I'm eating pasta. I've been eating a lot of pasta recently, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. I love pasta. It's one of my favorite foods. And then I also have some Arnold Palmer because it's so good. Alrighty, here's the stitch. Today has been a weird day. Like, it's been one of those days, and some good things about today is that I took my Spanish semester exam and I feel pretty good about that. I haven't got my score back yet, so I don't want to like get my hopes up, but I do feel good about it, and I also have the extra credit for that in case anything does go wrong, but I feel good about it for the most part. And then I also got a 100 on my economics quiz, so I'm really happy about that. Now, I'm sure you guys are so interested to know about the pain of my existence, which is temporary zeros. So my school does this thing where like once we get to the last 2 weeks of the semester, they put in temporary zeros for like every lesson that we haven't turned in yet, even if it's like not due yet. Like everything you'll get a temporary 0 on. And so all of my grades dropped down to 73s, 84s, 82s. It's not a good time. And I know it's just temporary zeros. I know that as soon as I get these lessons done that they're gonna go back up, but like it literally pains me, and it's making me want to do these semester exams faster so that I can have a better gauge of what my actual grades will be. And in all honesty, you guys have probably noticed this, but I'm starting to realize that I have been falling back into my quote-unquote toxic school traits, and I was literally getting out of that. Like, I talked about this in, I think like it had to be like 2-3 months ago. I was talking about how like I was getting better with my approach to school. Well, final season literally just threw all of that out of the window. Like my whole speech that I gave, yeah, that's gone, because I have been like watching, you know, some of the recent videos that I've been posting, and it's honestly like seeing myself through another lens. And I think that's good for me because I'm like realizing my flaws and my weaknesses and the things that I need to work on. Because like if I'm just doing this stuff, I'm like burning myself out over here. But when I see myself on camera and I rewatch these videos, I'm like, well, no duh, Sierra, of course you're gonna be burnt out. You're doing all this stuff, so. And here's how I know that my burnout recently has been so bad. So I've been having what I call my little study hallucinations. So basically this like desk that I'm working on, it's glass, so it's see-through, and I had been studying for so long the other day, and I put my foot up, and tell me why, out of all the things in the world that I could have thought my foot was, I thought it was a ferret. A ferret. I'm not even joking. I thought it was a ferret, and I got so scared and I almost fell back in my chair, and it was not a good time. And then the next day I had also been studying for a long time, and I put my hand up and I thought it was a mouse, like an actual rodent. So that's usually like my sign when I know, okay, I gotta close that laptop. And everyone will always be like, oh, online school is so easy. No, it's not. It ain't easy. We be sitting here at our desk working for like 10 hours, and it is so hard to close your laptop and get away from work when you're doing online school, and it's just not even funny. So after probably my fourth I'm burnt out rant, I'm realizing that next semester I really need to work on the way I approach school and the way that I deal with stress, because I don't like the way that I deal with it right now, and it's just been a really hard time. And I don't want to like project all my problems onto you guys, but I also like want to talk and be vulnerable and honest with y'all. And the good thing is that final season is obviously temporary, so I'm trying to remember that, like, even though this time is hard, not like my whole life isn't gonna be hard. I think I'm just like in a weird stage right now, because I keep saying I talked about this in my last video, but it's true, I did. When I was at lunch with my parents, I was just saying how like I'm in such a weird time right now. I'm growing up and there are so many like adult things that I need to do, and then so many things that I need to do for school, and it is like so stressful, and I want to sleep. Okay, so one helpful little tip I do have for studying is that before I get started with everything, I like to write down a plan of what I'm going to do. That way I can stay on track, and that way I know what I'm going to be studying on, what I need to focus on, what I need to work on, all that jazz. Like I said, those temporary zeros have not been very nice to me, and so I feel like I might try to do more semester exams on Friday. The ones that I have to do on Friday are honors world history and physical science, so I'm definitely going to be getting those done. But then I'm like, should I also do math and what was the other class? AP Lang. I definitely think I'm going to do AP Lang, because I looked and our teacher put like a study guide of everything that's going to be on the test, and it's basically just vocab. So I'm going to make a Quizlet for that today. That's what I'm going to do first, because AP Lang shouldn't take as long, but I'll make a vocab Quizlet for that. And then there's also an essay section for that test, but she gave us the prompt earlier, so tonight I'm just going to draft like basically an outline for that essay. That's usually what I do, and then the next day, tomorrow, I'll actually write the full essay. And then there's also going to be like some, I think like 25 or something questions about like some book. It's called The Scarlet Letter. Yeah, The Scarlet Letter. And so I'll probably watch some Course Hero videos on that, just so that I can have like a background of the book for the questions. So it's really good that she made that study guide, because I was like, thank you so much. Like we don't have that many tests for AP Lang, so I was kind of worried about like what it would be like, but I think it should go pretty well, so I'll probably take that on Friday. I also need to work on my honors world history study guide, and I'm going to do like a little quizzes game for that, and then I need to study for science, and then also math too a little bit, maybe econ. You guys see how like I just add more and more things to my planner as I go. I'm like, if anyone has any tips for like people who are burnt out type A personalities, please help me, because I don't know what is wrong with me. I was having a conversation with Catherine about this, because we are just so similar, and we were saying that in order for us to relax, someone literally has to tell us like, okay, stop, you're about to be on the verge of a burnout breakdown. And I think that's really just the only downside of online school, is that our grades are constantly being updated, and y'all, they fluctuate all the time. Like my Spanish grade, one day it might be a 97, next day it'll be a 94, then it'll go back up. Like it's so crazy, and so I'm always thinking like, oh, I need to do extra credit, remediation, all this stuff. And I know not everyone's like that. Like me and Catherine are saying, I think we're kind of like control freaks in a way, and definitely a little bit like perfectionists. Definitely falling back into those perfectionism mindset, and it's so bad. Like I really try my hardest, and like this is kind of the things that I have conversations with God about, because I know that if I leave it up to myself, I'm just going to go crazy, and like y'all, I don't even know. I was also having a conversation with Christy, and she was like, Sierra, look, you do not give yourself enough grace with school. And I'm like, I know. I've literally been talking this whole time and I forgot about my pasta. I gotta go heat that up. So I'm gonna reheat that up and then I'm gonna get this studying done because it's 1:45 right now, and I've been realizing that if I just go straight into my studying, and this is only for final season because usually I'll do like my schoolwork and then I'll take a break and then I'll study, but since it's final season, I've been finding it more effective to just go into my studying and then I'll finish earlier, which gives me like most of the night to relax. So I'll have like from 6 to whenever I go to bed to actually like just be me and do the things that I like to do. I feel like the way that I am, like the way that my brain operates and stuff like that, with just my whole type A mentality, and I hate being like I'm type A like all the time, but I feel like it's helpful in the sense of like things that I lead in when it comes to like clubs, because I'm very like on my stuff and very like driven and motivated and stuff like that. But sometimes it can also be damaging, and you guys are seeing firsthand like the bad side of it. My goal over winter break is not to do any school other than studying for the SAT, and I got my PSAT scores back. I did really well on the writing section, but the math, we're not going to talk about that. So I really need to work on the math part, and hopefully I can like maximize my score a little bit, but that's like all I want to do. I really want to just have a good break and time off, because I have been stressing myself out to whatever my end was or is or has been. When it comes to studying, me and Quizlet, we get along so well. That's probably like my favorite study resource. It's just very quick and convenient, and you know, they updated Quizlet also. Like it looks pretty bougie now and pretty fancy. My favorite thing to study on Quizlet is like the learn section. I always take off the written question parts and like take off the like only one exact answer choice, because that stuff is so annoying. But once I get it the way I like it, that learn section is so helpful. And then they also have like the test section. So like I said, I'm gonna add the vocab for AP Lang because it looks like we have a matching section. And I remember in the beginning of the semester we did like a portfolio assignment and we had to do vocab, so I'm gonna look for that and I'm just gonna transfer it to my Quizlet and call it a day. Literally just charged my camera and it's about to die again. Oh my gosh. If y'all need a playlist to study with, I got you, because I have literally a playlist for everything. Sierra Study Sesh, that's what it's called. It's got all your classical music jams, and apparently a lot of other people like it too, because it has 14 likes. So you know, I'm basically a celebrity in these Spotify streets, y'all. It was really cold and now it's so hot. Like I don't know what's going on. The Quizlet has been made, so let's draft this essay. When it comes to drafting my essays, typically what I'll do is I'll start off by making an outline. So that's all I'm doing tonight. I'm not even like sorry, a car just came by, but I'm not even like writing the essay. I just write an outline and I'll put like the main points and the things that I want to talk about. So first I need to decide if I'm going to do 4 or 5 body paragraphs. I need to look at the prompt first though, because that's always my indicator of if I'm going to do 4 or 5, because sometimes you could have a really good prompt and you know, I'll have enough information to do it into 5 body paragraphs, but then in others I might be able to explain everything in 4 body paragraphs. And for the past few essays I've been doing only 4 body paragraphs and I've gotten a 100 on all of those, so maybe we'll stick with that, y'all. This prompt is kind of interesting, honestly. I think I'm gonna, it's an argumentative essay by the way, but I think I'm gonna side against it, because you know, that's a Sierra move and I can like defend my position, but I'm leaning towards doing 4 body paragraphs because honestly, like, it's the end of the semester and my brain is just, you know, not really there. But I do still want this essay to go out with a bang because this is my last essay of the semester, so we gotta make it really good. Oh my gosh, my battery's about to die. Okay. Last montage, y'all. my phone because my camera literally died when I was in the middle of a rant, which is so disrespectful. But I am finishing this thesis for my essay, and honestly, if I do say so myself, it sounds pretty good. Like, it's quick, it's clear, it's concise, to the point. And funny thing, we actually just read this book for AP Lang. It was called On Writing Well, and we had to do a portfolio assignment on it, but I'd rather take a portfolio assignment over an essay because y'all, if I would have had to write an essay on a book about writing well, that would have been so funny. But yeah, so the book was actually really good and really helpful. One of the things I liked about it was that it talked about not having clutter in your essays, and that's one of the things I've always struggled with, is just writing so much, because I kind of try to like overcompensate and make sure that the reader really understands what I'm saying. But honestly, some of the best things can be said in like 2 or 3 sentences. So my thesis isn't that long, but I feel like you can basically get what I'm saying, and it's like still got the like fancy words and all that, so I like it. I'm gonna charge the camera right now, and while that's charging, I'm gonna work on honors world history, get that study guide done, and hopefully by the time that my camera's done charging, I'll be able to do that quizzes game, because I think that would actually be really fun. Camera is all charged up, and this is like having trouble focusing, so I'm sorry about that, but I was just working on the Honors World History semester exam study guide, and y'all, look how long this was. It was 46 questions. I'm gonna send this to my teacher, and then I'm gonna switch to something else. Hi guys, so I look like a gamer right now from Twitch. Welcome to my live stream. We're gonna play Super Mario Brothers. I can beat anyone in Mario Kart because I'm just cool like that. When y'all are turning stuff in, do you ever like check it 1,000 times? Like, let me make sure that everything's complete. Let me make sure there's no grammar mistakes, because like when I'm texting and stuff, this is what Catherine and I were talking about, but like I have so many grammar mistakes, and autocorrect hates me because like I just type so fast anyway, so I think that's like half of the problem. But when I'm turning in my stuff for school, and when I'm like sending a message to my teachers, I'm like double checking it 1,000,000 times. Next, we're gonna do science. So I have been studying for my science exam since the beginning of November, which is really good. So today I'm just gonna try to focus on the things that I'm struggling with, and one of those things is half-lives, because our teacher basically skipped our last unit for us, which is really helpful, but at the same time, that unit is still gonna be on our semester exam, and so anyways, that same unit is going to be on our semester exam, and I remember it a little bit from chem last year, but I'm kind of confused on the math portion, so I gotta pull out my besties Tyler DeWitt, Melissa Maribel, and the organic chem tutor and try to figure this stuff out. And then after that, I'll review my that review sheet that I made for Catherine and I think that'll be helpful. So let's get some notes going, get this party started. Also, I'm back on my construction paper grind because I forgot to get paper when I was at Walmart for like 2 hours that one day. That was horrid, but so mad at myself for that. So I'm using construction paper, but it also still kind of works because the construction paper is so long and I can write down everything. And I talked about that in another one of my videos. I literally keep saying that, but I did because I talk a lot. But this is like what all my construction paper stuff looks like. All my notes, y'all. Very fancy, very colorful. Also very helpful too, because you know we gotta be effective with this studying. It's not just for the aesthetic. I'm honestly happy that I'm being very productive and getting the stuff done today, because yesterday I was feeling so burnt out, and I still feel burnt out, like don't get me wrong, but yesterday I was just in a mood and my motivation was gone, y'all. I mean, my motivation has been gone since the beginning of the semester, if we want to be honest, but I was laying in bed from like 5 to 8 last night, and I was just reading my Anne of Green Gables book because that's my escape, and I just want, you know, those locust dresses with the puff sleeves, and I just want to go to Prince Edward Island and forget about all of this. But I'm getting it done today, which is very good.
Our question is, if you start with a 120 gram sample of radium, how much will be left after 44 days?
Oh,
now that we know it's going to be 4 half-lives, let's just make kind of a little chart and figure out how much we're going to have at each step. So, we're starting with 120 grams. 2 half-lives. 3 will go to 15 grams.
Okay, slow down, buddy. Slow it down. He did 11 times 4 equals 44. Got that, understand that. So, okay, so he starts with 120 and then 60. What? Where's my calculator? Okay, 120 divided by 60 is 2. Oh, okay, so divide by 2. And then 60 divided by 30 is 2 again. And then, okay, I'm following. Okay, so he's just dividing by 2 because it's half-life, so you just cut it in half. Okay.
4th half-life will give us...
So that would be 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Okay.
7.5 grams. So, 7.5 grams is how much radium we'll have left after 44 days.
Oh!
4 half-life.
Y'all, I understand it. I'm gonna do some more practice problems just to like make sure I really do, but like I understand that one now. Y'all, oh my gosh, this is so easy. And this is how chem works, because chem is very difficult at surface level in my opinion, but once you put on those smart girl glasses and get the beauty in the brains going, it makes sense. You just have to study and watch a video. And if anyone else is struggling with half-lives, I'm watching Tyler DeWitt and I figured it out. So, little tip there. I have a semester exam study guide for physical science, and it's actually going to be a portfolio grade, so I'll have to like turn that in and stuff. And I have a live lesson tomorrow for physical science, and our teacher has been going over it in live lesson, so I'm still going to wait to turn it in after the live lesson. That way I can make sure that I get everything right. But I'm going to try to do these half-life questions now that I've watched the video, because before I did not understand, but it looks like you just keep dividing everything in half until you get to your desired number, so that's not that bad. So let's work out these problems. I will say there's like a chart or something in here, and I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't know where to even begin on that one, so I'm definitely waiting for the live lesson tomorrow, because what even is that? I don't know. Alrighty, so I finished those questions and now I'm going to work on the Quizlet that I made for physical science. It's basically like a semester exam review, but my computer, it's like behind you guys, behind the camera or whatever, and it says on Quizlet that on November 30th, I earned a 3-week study streak, and honestly, in my opinion, it should be higher than that. Because the way I study, you would think. It's exactly 4 o'clock right now, so hopefully I can be done. I don't know when I'll be done, but I do have a lot of things I need to do tonight, so we'll see. There are 257 terms on this Quizlet. I made it over Thanksgiving break, and I haven't studied this exact one yet. I've just been going through all the other Quizlets that I've made of each unit, and I want some coffee, guys. I think it's time to turn on the country music playlist while I do this Quizlet, because I need some George Strait in my life right now. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I added pictures to the Quizlet to like help us study. Oh my gosh. Why does this kind of stuff make me so excited? That is so sad. Finished the Quizlet and it's 4:44 right now, so I'm going to make a formula sheet for science, and then I'm also just going to review any PowerPoints that my teacher made and just add like any terms and stuff that I need to work on or that I'm struggling with, because like I said, that's really what I'm trying to focus on. Is since I've been going over this for like so long, it's really just what are those last few things. I have a few more days to review, so what are the last few things that I really just need to go over. Also, my camera is about to die again, so that just shows how long I've been studying for. I haven't had any study hallucinations yet though, so I think we're safe. Also, I'm debating. I'm like, should I do 2 YouTube videos a week or should I do 3? I don't know. I'm like, it's really hard because once I actually finish editing a video, I just want to post it and get it up. Like I don't have a lot of patience, so like it's hard for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna do Monday and Friday, but then if I finish editing the video on like Tuesday or something, I'm like, I just want to get it up. But I also want to have like a form of consistency, and I want you guys to know when to expect a video from me. But I'm thinking maybe like, what do you guys think? Like, tell me in the comments if you guys think this is okay. But if I do mainly 2 videos a week, but if there's ever a week where I can do 3 videos, I can post another one. So maybe like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't know. Let me know. Y'all want to know what my problem is? My problem is the fact that whenever I feel motivated, I try to take advantage of that motivation, but I do it so, I go so overboard to the point where like I burn myself out. And that is my problem. That is, I have self-diagnosed myself with whatever that is. I was trying to get something. I can't remember what it was. I don't remember, but I laid in bed and now I don't want to get up at all. Oh, I was gonna turn my lamp on because it got dark. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I've listened to most of the songs on my country playlist, so we're gonna switch to some R&B because, you know, we gotta have a variety of music that we listen to when we study to keep it fun and entertaining and not boring. So yeah, I had to charge my camera again because it's about to die. I'll see you guys whenever. I have a whole mess of stuff on my desk yet again, and I need to clean my room, but I made a review sheet of things and like topics that don't come as easily for me to remember, and so these are things that I really want to make sure that I take note of. So I'll probably add to that tomorrow. Have my gamer headphones, and I also made a little formula sheet. I'm like the queen of formula sheets, okay? But I got all those formulas written down, and then here's my planner. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Also, peep, I wrote down some goals of things I want to do: knit, sew, and gardening. I'm gonna learn how to do those, y'all. Like, mark my words, I'm gonna learn. We're having baked macaroni and cheese and I think ribs for dinner, but I'm so excited. I love me some baked mac and cheese. I made some over Thanksgiving, well, like on Thanksgiving, and it was so good. I had to stop myself from eating it when I was making it because like it was delicious. I love how I just have the desk in here, and then it's like you see the Christmas tree, and so it's like happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad. Update on my book. I'm reading the second one, Anne of Avonlea. I don't know. I'm so bad at pronouncing things, y'all. It's not even funny. But Anne is a teacher now, which is pretty cool. I remember that from the movies. And then Gilbert's trying to be a doctor. I can't remember if in the movies he was a doctor or not, but in the book he wants to be a doctor. And they're just like talking about their future plans and like everything they want to do in life. And it's like so sweet. And then Marilla done adopted 2 kids, y'all. Like, I would not think that she would, because it was Matthew who adopted Anne in the first place. So like for Marilla to adopt 2 kids, I was like, what? And then Rachel Lynde, that woman is slappable. I do not like her. She's so annoying, and she just Having her in the book is just a waste of space. She annoys me so much. She's always so rude to Anne. And like, I get when Anne was younger, she was like always getting into trouble and stuff and like causing a scene, but like, nobody likes you, Miss Lynn. Like, I don't know. I read these books and I just get Little House on the Prairie vibes, and it's so amazing. Oh, also, oh my gosh, there's literally a map of Prince Edward Island in the back of this book. I saw that and I was like, what the heck? Because it said it says on the back, it says, this collector's edition includes the original unabridged text, especially commissioned biography of Ellen Montgomery, and a map of Prince Edward Island. Which, if you don't know what Prince Edward Island is, I'm sorry for you, because it is so beautiful. I want to go. Like, it is amazing. Everyone's waiting for me, so I gotta go eat now. I returned from dinner. The meal was super good. It was specifically called Dr. Pepper ribs, and I definitely want to add that to my spreadsheet because it was really good, like I said. And my mom made them in the crock pot. I usually don't make too many recipes in the crock pot, but I feel like if you find a good recipe, that crock pot can really do some magic. The only downside is that, one, there's so much prep that goes into crock pot meals, and two, they take like all day. But I mean, you literally just have to like throw everything in there, so that's good. And like, one time I made a tortellini soup. That's what I'm going to be doing next segment for one of like our recipe videos on News Crew. I'm going to make a tortellini soup. Super excited. But yeah, I don't really do like that many recipes that I can think of on the crock pot other than that tortellini soup, and I think I might have made like a pasta or something. I don't know. But yeah, speaking of crock pots, y'all, those crock pots in the Pioneer Woman section were so adorable. You literally cannot leave me in the Pioneer Woman section or in Williams Sonoma alone, because I will buy all of the cooking stuff. I feel like my energy is just going down, and like I can see it and tell as I'm like filming this, but what time is it? Let me see. Okay, so also I love, oh my gosh, the yellow. Can we talk about that? Like the way I'm matching my whole phone case. What? Okay, so it's 6:31 right now. I think, what should I do? I'll study until like 8:30. I think that sounds good. And I'm gonna do that Honors World History quizzes thing, and then after that I'm going to watch those Course Hero videos for AP Lang and take some notes, and then I'll be done, because Sis has been working since 9 a.m. and I can't take it anymore. I'm like so scared for these exams. Like, I want to do good on them, and like I'm so nervous. Also, I promise once I get off on winter break, I'm gonna be off for a month, y'all, and so there'll be a little bit of change of content, which will be good, because I'm sure you guys are so tired of like the study montages and stuff. But I'll be off for a month, and so hopefully I'll do some fun things over break. I just realized that it's actually not a quizzes game, it's a Kahoot, so I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Join the Kahoot thing and it says, are you Sierra? Like, yes I am. Of course I am. Who else would I be? I did the Kahoot and I got first place, so you already know what it is. But next, I'm so tired, guys. I'm gonna do that Course Hero thing now, and then hopefully I'll be done. It's 7 o'clock, and like I said, my goal is to go to 8:30. Let me even see if Course Hero has the video I'm looking for. Oh, I gotta type in. Oh my gosh, they do. Okay, so this is literally all I did in AP Lit last year. I just looked at Course Hero. Okay, there's 33 videos and they're all like a minute or two long, so I think I can just go through like half today and half tomorrow. How many chapters are there? Okay, I don't need to go through the symbols and stuff. This ain't AP Lit, we ain't doing that. Okay, so there's 24 chapters. If I go through all of those, that would probably take like 45 minutes. Yeah, okay, I think I can do maybe all of the chapters. We'll see. I'll see how I feel. Oh my gosh, I'm watching chapter reviews for the Scarlet Letter, and this is literally the Crucible 2.0. Like, I'm not even joking. It's getting pretty scandalous, and like, we always read those like historical classic literature books for AP Lang, and they always usually have some sort of like religious basis, but it's explaining legalism and all that stuff. And I'm like one of the very known Christians in my class. There's a few other girls that I do Bible study with in that class, and so I'm not like the only Christian. But we always try to tell people, we're like, okay, this is a good example of the law. Let's talk about the cross now, because they'll always think like, oh, like, you guys are Christians, like, is that what you believe? And we're like, no. So, oh my gosh, these books, y'all. These books are literally the epitome of the Pharisees, and it's like, y'all need to listen to Jesus and his parables, man. Also, Pearl's a baddie, okay? She needs to go sit down somewhere because she'd be throwing tantrums, throwing rocks at people. Like, we understand if you and your mom are outcasts, but that doesn't mean you gotta be so bad.
Chillingworth himself, though, is a leech, sucking the life from Dimmesdale, preying on him, increasing his guilt and agony. As he feeds, he becomes more his true self.
Anyways, so how's y'all's day going? I'm really liking the whole dramatic irony effect of guilt and sin within this book. Like, the writer just connected it in such an awesome way, and I really like it. Alrighty, my thoughts on the book so far, even though I'm literally watching some video reviews on it, but this is so interesting. Like, I think it's crazy how in a lot of those like old religious communities, everyone was doing things for the approval of people, not so much God. I mean, of course they'll like umbrella it all with God, and they'll be like, you know, you need to be careful because God is watching you and stuff like that. But like, really, they just wanted to have a good reputation, and they were doing all this stuff for good works, when we're not saved by good works, we're saved by faith, and the works are just going to be a product of your faith. So that just puts the whole idea to shame anyways. I'm on my bed right now, and you guys can see my whole study mess and all that. Mom, I'm sorry, I'ma clean it. My room has been so bad lately. Like I said, not like horrible, just bad for me, and like my room's usually clean, but it's been like all this stuff and you can see my robe and my pajamas and all that stuff. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to break. Like, I'm so ready to just reset. I need a reset, guys. So this is so random, but what I wanted to tell you guys is that I was watching Adele's live, and it was so funny. It was like her first live, and she does not really use social media like that, and she was all like, oh my gosh, I got a follow, and we're like, ma'am, you have 40 million followers. Adele is so funny. Also, her 25 album, her album 25, it still remains the best. Like, 30 is really good. It's also really sad, but it's really good at the same time. But 25 is like up there. 19 is pretty good. Melt My Heart to Stone, I really like that one. 21, oh, I forgot about 21. Oh my gosh, 21 is good too, but 25 is like amazing. Like, when we were young,
Love that song.
I got to chapter 14 and my laptop's about to die. I've been sitting here since 9 a.m. Obviously, I've taken some breaks in between and stuff like that, but it's only 8 o'clock. I was gonna go to 8:30, but I don't feel like it anymore. I'll do the other 10 chapter videos tomorrow and kind of just pick up, resume with everything then, but I'm calling it a night, y'all. And by a night, I'm gonna read my Anne of Green Gables book. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think this one should be interesting to edit because I recall me having a lot of rants. I mean, that's nothing new. What can I say? That's just Sierra things. But I think it's good to be vulnerable sometimes, you know? Honesty is the key, y'all. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, like I said. And if you guys are taking finals too, I hope you guys do well. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I'll see you guys in the next one.